you made the decision. We talked about New York and your attachment to New York, but you moved. I know you said in the book you had this house, the country house,
Yeah.
but you made the decision to move there permanently.
I did. I moved out here 2 years before the pandemic, not knowing that the pandemic was going to
Yeah.
happen. I think what happened was, I love New York and I still love New York, but it's not the same New York that it was when I was starting out. And that's part of the beauty of New York. It just keeps changing. And I guess I felt at some point that a lot of the reasons that I was living in, I never lived above 9th Street, and I lived for 35 years in Soho. And I looked around and I realized it's a different Soho. I mean, and that's fine, that's natural. But that the things that I went to New York to do, I mean, I wasn't hanging out at clubs, I wasn't going to
Yeah.
danceteria, I wasn't, the art scene had
Yeah.
changed. um and so I wasn't sure uh why I was living there full time. And I got an offer that I couldn't refuse from somebody who worked for Google. Because that's who was moving into my
Yeah.
building. It was, money managers and lawyers and Google guys. And I thought, wow, okay, I'll take this and see what it was like to move out to the country. And I love it out here. I still need to get my dose of New York City.
Yeah.
um and then of course the pandemic came and the world changed. But you know for right now, I mean, the irony is that I live in the country, but in Western New Jersey. And the last thing I ever thought I was going to be was a Jersey girl, given the number of New Jersey jokes I've made in so many of
Hmm.
my films. I think there's a scene in Desperately Seeking Susan where Madonna walks into the Magic Club and the cigarette girl says to her, "Hey, Susan, everyone thought you were dead." And Madonna answers, "No, just in New Jersey." And but when I lived in Manhattan, my idea of New Jersey was exit 13 on the New Jersey Turnpike, which is where all those factories are. You kind of had to hold your nose when you
Mhm.
drove through by exit 13 on the Turnpike. And then I realized that there's this whole other part of New Jersey, which is why it's called the Garden State, which is Western Jersey, which is the farmy part. And it's quite beautiful. It kind of looks like more like England than it does like New Jersey, or my impression of New Jersey. But, life is full of ironies, and I'm now a Jersey girl.